You are listening to episode 250 of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Welcome to the Peaceful Mind Podcast, a place for creating the peace of mind you need to be the best mom you are created by God to be. If you want to bring more balance, more joy, and more peace to your motherhood, this is the place for you. I'm your host, certified life coach and Catholic mom, Danielle Tienel. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let's get started. Well, hello, lovely listeners. As promised on last week's podcast, I have a special announcement. And if you are brand new to me and this is the first place you're starting, welcome. You've come at an amazing time. And if you've been a long-time listener, I first of all want to say thank you. I'm glad you're still here, especially for today's announcement. This is such a special episode of the Peaceful Mind Podcast, and I mean extra special, because not only is it my 250th episode, and maybe it's our 250th episode together, but I'm also beyond thrilled to announce the launch of my brand new book called The Divine Time Solution: How to Have More Peace, Patience, and Productivity as a Busy Mom. Y'all, this is my third book. When the Lord placed that seed in my heart so many years ago to be an author, to have a published book, I really just thought of the one. I didn't think of having three. I right now think like, okay, this'll be it, but I'm actually really not sure because I'm going to be open-minded about that. What I know is that I love creating helpful, serving content that in different forms, because this book, actually, The Divine Time Solution, I actually created the course first, right? That is available also, but so many people we like to learn in different ways. And some of us want to hear things, some of us want to look at them, some of them want to work with me one-on-one to be able to have this divine time solution, and some people can do a self-study where the course is perfect. But this third book, as all of them have been, is truly a labor of love. It actually began earlier in February of this year, and it wasn't until November now that I'm able to be able to offer it to you. So I know I just created it with each of you in mind. A little preface for those who might not know this third book, my first book, the Cyclone Mom Method. I was just about to say solution. No, that's the new book. The first book, the Cyclone Mom Method, how to call upon your God-given gift to remain calm, in control, and confident as a busy mom. It is transformational. If you don't have that book, I would start there. But what I have done for this third book is I have taken the fifth step of the Cyclone Mom Method, which is to take control of your time, and I've pulled that out and created a whole book on it. Now, not to leave my middle book out, my second child, it's kind of like, that's so funny. Now that I think about that, about how that poor middle child, right? I think this second book has middle child syndrome, but it is called The Peaceful Mind Bible for Busy Moms. And it is 100 treasures of wisdom for moms to create inner peace. And the Peaceful Mind Bible book is actually the first 100 episodes of this podcast distilled down into small bite-sized chapters. So it's more like a reference go-to book instead of like a read from cover to cover book. But it is amazing. I only sell that one in like the paperback, I think in Kindle version, whereas the first one, the Cyclone Mom Method and the Divine Time Solution, you are able to get in digital form, which comes with the audio form as a bonus, and you can get it in paperback and Kindle as well. But I want to say, I love this kind of trifecta of books, and they all, when you see the covers, they beautifully go. I kind of call them sisters or cousins. And it really is what I think is like a bundle for moms, right? A bundle for busy moms. It really just kinds of rounds this out, this focus that I'm doing on this new book on time management, which I would probably distill the number one things when you can feel more in control and on top of your time, moms, and a lot of other things just naturally fall into place. So to celebrate this milestone, I want to invite you to explore a fresh, faith-centered approach to time management that will now help you go from overwhelmed to peaceful and productive and even more present in your life. Because I know we're all busy, and I know that time management feels like it's something that's like out of reach. But I want to offer you that perhaps you've been looking at an approach that has actually not been helpful for you to make strides in your time management. And this new book, is my answer to that. The Divine Time Solution, it is a path to help moms like you manage your time with intention. It's grounded in faith, and it will bring a deeper sense of divine purpose to your schedule. So, if you are stuck in survival mode and you're tired of running on empty, you want to break free, you want to reclaim your day with a time management solution that is rooted in faith and divine wisdom, today I am so thrilled to introduce you to my new book, The Divine Time Solution. I know that managing time is a challenge, especially for us moms. And it's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, where there are sports activities to drive the kids to, there's food to prepare, there's laundry to put away, there's our faith to practice, and there's so many more tasks and responsibility that are vying for our time, which is limited. It's a limited resource. And if you would raise your hand right now to me saying, do you find yourself thinking this way on most days? I just don't have the time. There is never enough time in the day to get everything done. Or me time. Yeah, right. Then this book, my new book, The Divine Time Solution, is for you. It's a new approach. It's one that puts God's ways at the center. So if this resonates with you, you'll want to pick up your own copy. Inside the book, I combine practical knowledge and spiritual application that will give you a grounded and effective time management strategy to try. Inside, I show you how to go from focusing on the common earthly time management advice given to moms and instead help you create more time for yourself, your family, your faith, your home life, and your work life. Because this is what moms have told me that they have trouble balancing. You'll view your time as a gift from God. And this is what I stress the most. And then when that shift really sinks in, you then begin to utilize your time in more useful and serving and helpful ways. And then ultimately, you're going to be gifted with more time in return. All right. So as my advertisements with the book has said, you don't need a new planner. What you need is a new relationship with time. And the Divine Time Solution provides every step you'll need to create this new relationship with your time and to experience it in a way that brings it's more an abundant fashion, and it'll bring you more joy. Okay. So I am so excited. I'm so excited that this now lives. This lives in this like form for you to get your hands on. And I thought, like, maybe I would take the time right now, not maybe, I'm going to, right, to just read you the introduction, to give you a little bit of a heads up of how I introduce this book. And I'm really hoping that because of this book, moms will stop feeling like you always are racing against the clock. I want you to start feeling empowered within the time you have here on earth. And this approach that I take, it is specially designed to help you create a life with more peace, more patience. I know that's what we want more of. And of course, more joy. And it will require or ask you to focus on what matters most to you, kind of moment by moment. Okay. So I'm hoping that I'm going to give you a taste right now. I'm going to read the introduction and it's going to set the stage that will give you a sense of encouragement, a sense of the tools and the mindset shifts that you'll find throughout the book. And ultimately, I'm hoping you will purchase your own personal copy. Okay, so here is the introduction to the Divine Time Solution, how to have more peace, patience, and productivity in your busy mom life. Introduction. I want to start off by letting you know two things. One is that you are not alone with the struggle you experience between life and the clock. And two, I've already been praying for you, the mom that will benefit from what I'm about to share within these pages. This is for you, mama, for the mom who has a lot on her plate and whose time is stretched very thin. For the mom who isn't making the time to care for herself and is juggling a million things, probably with many kids around your ankles or middle schoolers with crazy schedules. This is even for the mom who has an empty nest, but isn't feeling purposeful with the time she does have these days. I welcome you to Divine Time. I'm so glad you're here because it tells me that you're ready to take back control of your time. Probably after trying all the other usual go-to quick fixes that don't last and have you right back in the same place as before. I created this book for the mom who asked God for help to stop feeling stressed, behind, and overwhelmed with all that there is to do in your life and for your family's lives. After a profound experience with overwhelm myself, and then experiencing great sadness as my best friend was called to heaven too early in her busy mom life, I'll share more about this in chapter 4, I was forever changed in how I approach time. I took these two experiences, along with the expertise I've gained through life coaching busy moms for the past 5 years, and I prayed for guidance and wisdom to create and share with you the solution here I call Divine Time. I continue today to pray to God to ask Him to help me connect this solution with whom He wills as a perfect fit for what is shared here in this book. And I hope you will find comfort knowing that you are here as an answer to that prayer. It is my aim that this book and the concept of divine time will be thought of as an answer to your prayer for time management solutions too. Inside these pages, you are provided with everything you need to change your relationship with time, to take back control of your time, and to start using your precious time to live a life of less stress and overwhelm. Instead of always being at the mercy of time, you'll be equipped to live a life with more peace and confidence within the areas you choose to spend your time. You see, I'm a busy mom just like you. I fully understand the challenges that come with it. I'm also a certified life coach and a member of the Catholic Church, which means that my faith plays a very important role in my life and business. It's the cornerstone for all that I do. My time is filled with my faith practices, activities to support my mental and emotional well-being, my husband, my children, my home, as well as my work life. A life coaching practice where my mission is focused on helping other faith-filled moms maximize their full potential to have a peaceful, joyful, and balanced motherhood. Divine Time is an essential ingredient to all of us in order to carry out that mission. In fact, in my first book, The Cyclone Mom Method, How to Call Upon Your God-Given Power to Remain Calm, in Control, and Confident as a Busy Mom, the 5th step of this method is to take control of your time. It's so vital to the success of a busy mom life. I've decided to dedicate a whole book solely on how to do this. The Divine Time Solution is that book. As you read it, if you find at any point you discover that you would like additional support, please don't hesitate to be in touch. I can help you. And it all starts with an email to Danielle@danielletenold.com or visit www.danielletenold.com. Here is what you'll encounter within the pages of this book. Part 1 is all about how you view time. You'll experience a shift in how you think about time as you learn about its divine nature. This part provides you with a solid foundation for action, which begins in Part 2. Part 2 begins with what I call your time bombs, those activities that steal your time and leave you feeling like you don't have enough hours in the day. I even include a full chapter dedicated to technology and how you can wield your time on the screen to create a more presence in your life. Part 2 ends with your very own 3-step divine time saver process. As we enter Part 3, you'll learn the tools to create your own personalized divine time system. In this section, you'll learn how to make time for your faith, yourself, and the responsibilities and dreams within your family, home, and work lives. Part 3 focuses on helping you find balance among the many hats you wear as a mother and a woman of faith. We end the book with my best practices to maintain your divine time system and adjust it as life continues forward. You will enjoy peace, patience, and productivity as you live your life through the divine lens. When you've got a challenge that you're meeting or a circumstance that you didn't expect that you're trying to handle, what tends to happen is we dive in unassisted. We act as if we can handle all of these matters alone. Yet, it would be so much better to approach everything, and I mean everything, in a humble dependence on Christ. Whenever we're feeling tempted to dive into our lives, I urge you to pause and consider a new way to show up in your life that is more divine. Stop, turn to Him, and ask Him to show you the way forward. As we are taking that time, we are connecting and being in His loving presence, which He delights in. He delights in hearing those words that we are asking for help. And then He answers with, I will guide you along the best pathway for today and for your life. Before I send you off into what I hope will be a whole new approach for you to successfully reclaim your time back, I would be doing every mom who reads this book a disservice if I didn't also tell you these hard truths. Without taking the steps that I provide in these pages, which I believe is the answer to reclaiming back control of your time, then it's quite possible that your plate will always be full, your perpetual busyness will never end, and time will always be something you are battling against. And maybe the hardest aspect of all is you'll miss out on the calm and joyful motherhood that God desires for you to experience. So to help ensure the changes you want to come to fruition sooner than later, let's not put the divine time solution off any longer. And I'll begin in the best way I know how. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let's get started. Danielle. All right, so that's the introduction of the book. I hope that when you heard it, it has intrigued you. I hope it gave you a glimpse into the heart of the book and how deeply I want every mom to experience the freedom and fulfillment that comes with using our time wisely and intentionally. And as you heard, this isn't just about managing minutes. It's about seeing time as a divine resource that God has entrusted to us. Okay, everyone, I'm so humble to be at this point in my life, and I'm also like full of so much enthusiasm that to share it with you, right? I want to let you know that it is available in multiple formats, right? So you can, and you'll find the links you need in the show notes of this podcast. It'll be, in below of where the podcast is held. You'll hear a little bit about what the podcast is about, and then you'll have some links that you can go to. And this is where you'll be able to purchase the book. And these are the formats. You'll be able to buy it in a digital version. And when you do, it'll have a couple bonuses that will come with it. And the bonuses include the audio version of the book. This is actually the only way right now you'll be able to get the audio version is when you purchase the digital format of this book. And then there's an extra bonus on top of the audio as well. I'm also going to include a link where you can buy a paperback version of it straight from my publisher. You can pick up your own copy of paperback. I know a lot of people like to have a book holding in their hands, but I'm going to recommend that you have both versions. One of the reasons is because you do get those bonuses when you buy the digital, but also when you go to purchase the digital, you'll also be offered a couple other things that I have created to help you in your busy mom life that are going to be so helpful and serving. And the way that I have it priced in that kind of system of where you can buy that digital book, it's the lowest price you can find those items. But again, the paperback version is also going to be available for those who prefer that. So definitely check out the links and visit my website. Always is going to be a place that will guide you to where you can find my life coaching offerings as well. You all, thank you so much for joining me today in this celebration. 250, this is over 4 years of podcasting every single week. And I am so looking forward to continuing on. And like I mentioned in last week's podcast, I have a few more things. That I'm so excited to announce along the way. So definitely make sure you're following the show. And if you are so compelled, when you're reading the book, reach out to me from email. Let me know what you think. If you're willing to provide a review, if you purchase it through the paperback version, it is going to be available from, retail booksellers. If you want to give me a review on there, I totally welcome it. But I love to hear from you personally. So definitely reach out if you feel so compelled. Let's keep building each week a peaceful mind. And let's do it one divine moment at a time. Go grab your copy of the Divine Time Solution and continue this beautiful journey with me to a motherhood of more peace, joy, and balance. I love you all. Thank you again for this celebratory time spent with me, and I'll see you right back here next week. Until then, peace be with you always. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. If you found value in today's episode, I'd be so grateful if you could subscribe and leave a review. It not only supports the podcast, but ensures you don't miss out on future episodes packed with insights and tools to create peace of mind in your busy mom life. And if you're of the Catholic faith like me or any Christian mom seeking to feel better in any area of your life and to show up more calm, connected, and confident, I can help. Become an empowered mom who knows how to bring about the changes you desire, no matter the circumstances. Whether you need one-on-one guidance to get there, prefer a group coaching program with like-minded women, or a self-study course, I've got you covered. Explore my private one-on-one packages, join my Busy to Balance group life coaching program, or delve into my signature course, Divine Time. To find out which path is right for you, let's meet and see what's the best fit. Schedule a free call with me at danielleteenel.com or send me a direct message on Facebook or Instagram at Danielle Teenel Coaching. And also, don't forget to get your copy of my book, The Cyclone Mom Method, how to call on your God-given power to remain calm, in control, and confident as a busy mom. Dive into the digital and bonus audio version when you go to book.danielletino.com/new-book. You'll find all the details in the show notes too. Until next time, peace be with you always.